Hey guys and gals, today we talk about the movie Hellraiser 2, or wait a minute, Hellbound Hellraiser 2. And this is really a true sequel to the Hellraiser franchise. It picks up right after the first movie. You got Kirsty, who's in a mental hospital, I would say, and she's being taken by this doctor and another doctor, the main doctor, Dr. Chardin. I would say his name right. And there's a police investigator who wants to know what's going on, what happened in that house. If you saw the first movie, you already know what's going on. And also, she talked about this mattress, the bed sheet, that you have to get rid of it or she will come back, which is Julia. Because if you saw the first part of the movie, Julia was her dead body was on a mattress on the bed. Let's put sorry about my speech. And she was all chained up, holding the box. So it's pretty much like her blood. You sacrifice somebody, she's gonna come back to life, just like how Frank came back in the first movie. Anyway, Dr. Chard is wondering what she's talking about, and he got kind of curious. So he asked the police detective, and which you could tell in the story, pretty much he got his hands on the bloody bed, that Julia died on. And you find out this doctor, he was crazy anyway, before even before this, because he does this, he's like fascinated with death, I would say, in my opinion. And the mind of your brain, not like death, but like what goes in your mind. There's so many portals, so many walls. So he was fascinated, with that. And he was studying about the box, the labyrinth, like stuff like that, lament, I think they call it. And he has a picture of Doug Bradley's character Pinhead when he was human. So you start knowing that he was experimenting already. And as the movie progressed, to fast forward, the doctor ended up sacrificing mental patients, and Julia finally came back to life. Julia told the guy, Dr. Chardin, that hey, you got a bit more sacrifice so her body could be like flesh pretty much. While Kirsty had this vision about her dad is in hell, and she decided her and the doctor the second doctor, the assistant doctor to Dr. Chardin, he decided to help Kirsty out, to find out what's going on, because the assistant doctor knew Dr. Chardin, like something's not up with him. He's like fucked up, like he's like seen all this shit going down when he snuck into the house. And as the movie progressed, the assistant doctor died. Julia killed him, pretty much sucked his insides out, pretty much. And Kirsty comes face to face with Julia. Julia like knocked Kirsty out, and then Dr. Chardin brings in the quiet girl, because in earlier part before that scene, she was working on a puzzle box, and she has a little short history with Dr. Chardin. But Dr. Chardin and Julia, mainly Dr. Chardin wanted to use the girl to solve the puzzle of the box, and Julia started telling Dr. Chardin, "Are you sure of this?" And then when the girl opens up the box, Pinhead comes out. He telling his Cenobites, "No, not her," because she was like innocent. She did it from her own hands in a way, because the one who really wants it was Desire, which was Dr. Chardin, pretty much. And pretty much Dr. Chardin and Julia disappeared in that scene and walked through the wall that Julia got tortured in, pretty much. And Kirsty woke up. She realized that something's not right. She realized, oh, somebody opened the box. She comes out. She grabs the box. She's going into the Hellraiser world inside a cube, pretty much. And Pinhead caught her. He said, tell her, Kirsty, pretty much welcome back. And Kirsty's telling him, oh, I didn't open the box. Of course, they wasn't gonna have it, but Pinhead decided, you know what? I'll let you explore the world, and we have a lifetime, it's like eternity to torture you, pretty much. So Kirsty comes face to face with the quiet girl, and they finally meet up, and they have to work together to try and escape this world. Meanwhile, you got Julia, Dr. Chardin exploring her her world, pretty much what her hell is like, pretty much. You got Frank. Frank actually comes back in this movie as Kirsty comes face to face with Frank, and then Julia steps in, pretty much. You have a little short battle scene, I would say, a little encounter scene battle, I would say. And once Oh yeah, plus don't forget, I gotta mention, Julia also pushed Dr. Chardon into the box, which of course we see the movie, he becomes a Cenobite himself. As the movie progressed, um, Kirsty and the Qui have to escape Dr. Chardon in Cenobite form, while Julia gets sucked into another part of the world pretty much. I would say like her flesh was ripped out. Um, Kirsty had to escape and require escape from Dr. Chardon. And guess what? They come face to face with Pinhead and his Cenobites. And while you think while Kirsty talked her way out of this one again, she showed a picture of Pinhead pretty much like, hey, this used to be you. Pinhead started remembering, and then Dr. Chardon in Cenobite form comes in and he wants to make the two girls his new Cenobites, pretty much his new patient. And then he wants to take over Leviathan too, pretty much. And then you have Pinhead Cenobites versus Dr. Chardon. Dr. Chardon defeated Pinhead and Cenobites. Sadly to say, because Pinhead's supposed to be boss, which he still is though. So then Kirsty and the Quiet Girl start running, and then Kirsty kind of comes face to face with Dr. Chardon. She kind of like outplayed him, like outwit him pretty much, and then and now it's up to Kirsty and the Quiet Girl to close the box once and for all and escape hell. I don't want to spoil too much. You got a nice twist ending in the second movie also. I kind of like how it plays out, which leads up to part three. And I really did enjoy Hellraiser 2, aka Hellbound. Highly enjoyable. Enjoyed the Cenobites. Enjoyed Dr. Chardon as a Cenobite also. It's good to see Frank's character. Good to see Julia. I mean, it's good to see Frank. I mean, I forgot the guy who plays Frank, but it's good to see that character Frank, excuse me, and Julia also. So it's pretty much closing that part of the chapter with Kirsty until you see part 6, I think. Was this Hellseeker, if I'm corrected. And besides that, yeah, check this movie out. It's a must see without a doubt. Peace, guys. See you later.